I'm Michael Parks, the Global Director of Sustainability at TWE Wine Estates. As a global business, we're increasingly under pressure from a range of trends, influences, and just changing dynamics, whether they be about consumer preferences or indeed a changing climate. And we're leading the pack. We're setting the standard for how you should decarbonise a business. Since 2021, we've reduced our Scope 1 and 2 greenhouse gas emissions by almost 70%. Switching to renewable electricity has been a big part of this reduction, and we've put our money where our mouth is with this one. We're set to invest almost $30 million in a number of on-site solar projects right across the globe. Playing our part is important, but for Treasury, the main game is how we build a resilient business and adapt to a changing climate. And across our regions, there's some really exciting work underway. In Australia, we've installed a canopy over some of the vineyards that produce the grapes for some of our best-known wines, like Penfolds Grange and St Henri. Its first season saw some top quality fruit produced, and in the past few weeks has saved the grapes from a very significant frost event in the region. Another important aspect of how we're adapting is taking a much more active role in being a responsible steward of our water resources. In Napa, we've got a number of projects lining dams, and in the Barossa Valley, we're trialling the next wave of water preservation, covering 3 of our biggest dams. Here's a look at how it's going.
So this year we've covered 3 dams in the Barossa Valley, and I guess this is one of the more obvious water sustainability projects that we've had in terms of it being visual. We always spend a lot of time and effort working on looking after every drop of water that we have with moisture monitoring and irrigation strategy, but this is a real key project because it actually reduces evaporation and makes more water available to us throughout the year. So nearly all of our water in the Barossa is imported from the River Murray, but we keep most of it in storage for up to 8-9 months a year, and it's open to evaporation that whole time. So putting a cover on the top does 2 things. One, it stops evaporation through the season, but it also stops algal growth within that water, so it actually saves us a lot of filtration requirements with our pump sets to push it out into the vineyard. And probably the third point is that it saves the dam liners from UV radiation, which is the main reason that they break down. So all of our dams that hold bill water have plastic liners, and the lids help protect those from needing to be replaced.
Macolta Stage 2 is a 148 megalitre dam, so it's the biggest of the 3 that we've covered so far. Sort of major challenges at this site, it's obviously quite an exposed site, so there's been a lot of issues with the wind. You need really good conditions, and they've also had a few extra things, so they've used big fans to sort of overcome the friction, because you've obviously gets quite heavy when you have that much of the geoplastic sitting on top of it, and they've used fans to actually blow underneath the leading edge.
In that dam there, where it's 110 megalitres, like we can save potentially 30 or 40 megs of water, which we can then use in the vineyard. The ultimate goal out of it is the water saving, but also securing the vineyards. We want to still be growing high-end premium luxury fruit in the Barossa Valley, and this is a step towards achieving that and keeping that happening.